Welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator episode 3. In this episode, we're going to get in and we're going to get the full mobile wash plant set up. Full tier 2 mobile wash plant. So, I did a little bit off camera. I came in and I've just moved everything. So we had the magnetite separator. We had the generator. I've moved all of the big stuff over to our mobile wash plant site. I didn't want to have to bore you guys with coming back and forth, going and doing. So I moved all of the big stuff. What we have left is just our water pump, and obviously we're going to leave this here for now. We're going to come back to it because we still have 9% in all of our hog pan mats. But that's going to come in handy later on down the road. I have a plan for that. So let's go ahead and I'll come over here and show you what we got going on. I made one slight change over here. I just moved the mobile wash plant from being kind of facing the sides of the parcel to now facing this way. And that was simply because I like it a little bit better. I like how it looks. I like the setup. We won't have everything set up on the side that the excavator is going to be. The excavator is going to be right around here. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. First things first is our electrical. I want all of the power buttons to be close to one another. And that second water pump is going to be over here somewhere. So I want to have this set up about right there. Be good. We can go ahead and unhook. Okay, we have that unhooked from the truck. Now we can start attaching stuff to it. So we can set this bucket on it. We can get our power. We can start unload. We can move. Let's move the truck. Let's move the truck. I'm getting ahead of myself. Turn the lights on. And let's just pull the truck. We're going to pull it over here. For the time being, we're going to move it completely away from the area just so nothing happens to it. But for the time being, we're going to park it right, y'all. Yeah, if I can remember how to get out of the truck. Alrighty, so we're just going to start pulling stuff out and setting it here. I want to get to the big cables. So water hose, water hose. I want to get to this cable. Okay. So we're going to have this cable from here to here. And then I'm thinking about having... So we need to move the truck again. I just kicked all of them buckets. But I want to move the truck again. Because I want the magnetite separator. That'll be good for right now. I want the magnetite separator and stuff, wavetable, set over here. So we'll just move all of that this way. And then we'll have our table. So the water hookup is actually on this side. So I want to have it probably right around here. I like the way that looks. And then the magnetite separator can go right beside it, kind of a little. We'll give it some room. There we go, right there. I like that. I like that. So we're gonna back them up a little bit. We're gonna back them, give us some room to walk, and run the electrical cables. Okay. So now we need this bad boy is going to set right around here. Good enough. And we can get the other big blue cable and run it from the generator to there. That goes straight to it. Perfect. Now we can get our yellow cables and get them hooked up. Open up the tailgate. We're going to run this cable from the far side to that one. That way it runs straight there. And then I believe our other cable is... oh, did we not have... we should have had a second cable. Maybe I left it over here. Let's go double check. We should have two because we bought one for the magnetite separator, and then when we bought the wave table, I know I bought another one. So I think I left it over here. I very well could have. Yep, right there on the ground. Woo! I thought we were going to have to make it go all the way back to the town, to the equipment store to get one. That would have been a waste of a trip. Well, not really a waste of a trip, but it would have sucked for sure. Now we can get the wave table hooked up, and everything electrically should be hooked. Oh, that didn't process right. There we go. Okay, everything should have electricity running to it. Good. Now we've got to go figure out our water situation. Now, it's been a while since I've played this game, and so I don't remember how the pressure system works and kind of how far you can run the hoses. I know in easy mode it doesn't matter. I remember in easy mode you could run it as far as possible. So I think we just need to wind this up and set it... we need to wind this up. We need to temporarily put this right here and hook it up so we can drop this. No, I want to drop it in the water there, and then we can unhook it here and really see how far we are able to run this. Because see, we can run it all the way out here, but what about the pressure? I don't think it's going to give us enough pressure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we can do. Because I don't think this little pump is going to give us enough pressure. It might. It might. So let's grab our second red hose here and see if we can't run it all the way. Probably right here is good. I'm nervous. Everything looks green. Everything's going good so far. But I'm nervous it's not gonna work. I don't know why. We can go ahead and set all of this stuff here. One. Our other water hoses. We can run this one around into magnetite separator, and then one more. So I bought an extra, so run. Oh, there we go. Run around and hook up right there. So in theory, in hindsight, everything here should be running right. everything's getting water. So I think that's a good thing. Everything's getting water. So we're going to go ahead and stop that. And everything should be getting power. So we should be good. Now all we got to do is figure out what we're going to do about an excavator. I don't know if I want to rent the small excavator, take a loan and buy the small excavator, or rent the big excavator. The only thing with the small excavator is it takes like it takes a lot more buckets to fill this thing up with the small excavator. So we're going to leave everything extra right here for right now on this side. We'll come back and clean it up later. But right now we have all of this set up. This is our tier 2 mobile wash plant fully set up. Wow. Fast progression. And again, I'm a firm believer that if we didn't have the big nugget system, if we didn't have that system enabled in the settings, then we wouldn't even be close to getting the tier 2 fully up and running. So there's controversy on whether you should use that or not, but I just, it comes down for me to just simply, I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to have to spend 3 days grinding on shoveling dirt. I want to go ahead and I'm ready to progress faster than what it would take if we were on hard mode. So we're gonna get that squared away. We're headed to the equipment store, or not the machine store. We're gonna run some numbers for the bank and how much it's gonna cost them to take a loan. So we'll be right back. Alright, so I figured it out. I went to the bank. We are not able to take out a loan big enough to buy the small excavator, nor are we able to take a loan big enough to buy the big excavator. So, with that being said, just to help us progress faster, I think we're going to go ahead and rent the big excavator. We can rent this one out for $628, or you rent the big one for $22.78. It's substantially more to rent the big excavator, but to help us progress faster, I think the big excavator is the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and rent out the big excavator. I already have it selected. Excuse me. I already have it selected to rent it. We're going to go ahead and order. We had enough money. So your machine is ready to transport. The machines have been automatically transported to our nearest storage space. You can move them to your claim from the transport window next to you. There is a limit to how many vehicles from the machine store you can have on your claim at the same time, so you may have to sacrifice one for another. You can increase the limit at the bank or transport window for a price. Remember that every vehicle counts as one, so make sure there is enough space before you spend all your money on one of them. Okay, so that's going to pop up. We don't need that to pop up for every time we buy something. We know that. So we're going to go ahead and transfer the big excavator over. Move your machines. So we've got to get to work. As you can see, we only have $185. Now, I knew we were going to be tight for a little bit, but it's all going to be worth it in the end. In hindsight, we're going to be able to progress faster, make more buckets of gold slurry, I guess you'd call it. I don't really know what to call it. Leave a comment down below what you would call it. So there's that loading screen. Every episode, I'm gonna say something about that loading screen freeze and the save freeze, because I really would like to see the developers fix that in Gold Mining Simulator 2. That freeze is just so inconvenient. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels that way. So hopefully in Gold Mining Simulator 2, they fix that. So here we are back at our parcel. You have to be careful pulling in. Alrighty. So we got our big excavator here. I'm going to park the truck. And we're going to just jump right into it. So let's see. Let's figure this out here. Crank it up. And then move the boom up. We can, release firmware. So it gives us a half a tank of fuel. That comes in handy because we don't have enough money to go buy the mobile fuel tank. But we're gonna have to watch our fuel and our fuel usage until we do have enough money to take out and go get the mobile fuel tank. That's gonna be our next purchase. Until obviously we get the big fuel tank that you can buy at the machine store. So very nice big excavator. I'm just, again, I think this was the best option. I think this was the way to go. It keeps us from I just knocked down one of them wooden things. It keeps us from later on having to either trade in or sell the small excavator or return it from renting it. I think this is the best way to go. So we're going to climb this hill if we can get up this hill. And we've got to figure out the distance we need between the excavator and the wash plant. So that's too far. It's too far, so we're going to switch back to operator mode and come back in a little closer and see that. Oh, no, not that far. Okay, not that far. It's very touchy. Let's go to operator mode. Okay, I want to switch back. I want to back up just a little bit. There we go. Right there. That's where. That's a good place. Feels good. It's a good place to be. I'm gonna turn this off. I feel like this excavator is a little loud, so we're gonna turn this down. See what half does. Okay, we can turn it up a little bit more than that. 50, 70. Let's go to 70. A little bit more. It was just extremely loud at 100, so 85. That should be good. Alrighty. Oh, it cut off on us. A little bit glitchy there. There we go. Alright. We're going to start. This is the first bucket load. It's kind of hard to start the hole, but once you start it, once you started it, it'll eventually sell it out. So there we go, already getting the big nuggets. Hopefully we can run into some bigger ones, bigger nuggets. See, it's hard to not lose any to start off with. You gotta kind of finesse it. So that one bucket gave us half. We can probably get more. There we go, 95, okay. Alright, so we'll get one more bucket just to hover over it while we crank everything up. There we go. Alright, we'll cut this off. Now we gotta go crank everything up so we can go the farthest away first and get our water pumping. Again, it didn't really change. I'm not sure why it's not showing any information. But I'll have to look into that off camera. So maybe it's the settings aren't right. We have everything started. We're getting water and power, and we've got the bucket, so we should be able to, yep, it's working. There we go. Okay, so let's turn our excavator back on. Let's get our camera back where we want it. There we go. Get back into digging mode. There we go. 2.34 big nugget that time. 2.34. Good. We're just gonna dig. I don't know how big of a hole I really want to get into here. Okay, man, we're getting a big nugget pretty much every scoop of dirt that we do. Make sure we're getting a full bucket here. There we go. Yeah, 2.24 that time. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of gold. Just from digging, so we may have to look into turning that big nugget system off. I don't know. You let me know. You guys let me know what you want me to do down in the comment section below. Should we keep it turned on for the sake of fast progression, or should we turn it off? Let me know. Let me know what you want to see down below in the comment section. We're gonna go ahead and you gotta kind of finesse it. There we go. Got it finessed. Get it over here and dump it. I feel like we're a little farther away now that we're digging. I feel like we're a little too far away, but it's okay. It'll work out in the end. Another full bucket. We're keeping it full and up and running about halfway each time, so that's good. We're not wasting any fuel. .3 there, so we're already, just from digging this small little hole, we're already at almost 15 ounces of gold. that should be plenty to cover our rent, plenty to cover the rent and the rental of this excavator. So definitely glad I went with the big excavator. I think that was the way to go. I don't know. You guys let me know. Did I mess up or did I make the right decision? Let me know in the comments below. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep digging here. 1.63. There we go. So I want to start expanding. I think I want to come this way out towards the right a little bit. Kind of get closer to the wash plant. There we go. Already at 70% in our bucket. Almost a 2-ounce nugget there, 1.96. We're almost at 20 ounces. Wow, that was fast. Okay, so that was 75. Next episode, I'm planning, hopefully we have enough money. Next episode, I'm planning to get the drill machine. I want to get that drill machine so we're not just digging in places of dirt that doesn't have a lot of gold. I want to dig where in the places where the most gold is going to be found. So the drilling machine is definitely going to come in handy. Definitely looking forward to getting that and getting started. I want to eventually drill the whole parcel, just to kind of know what we're digging, where we're digging, what's the best place to dig, stuff like that. Okay, we're almost at 100% here. A couple more buckets, and we should have our first bucket. There we go. 97. So after this one, we'll get out, cut it off. So we'll cut the excavator off, and then we need to cut this off. And well, we can keep it running. We can. We have to go get our. So we temporarily shut this stuff down. We got to go get our bucket. I intentionally left the magnetite bucket over here so I didn't forget which one, because it only has like 10 ounces of magnetite in it. So this is the oh, I just dumped that water out. It's okay, we don't need it anymore. So this is the magnetite bucket. We only had 10 ounces in here, but 10 ounces is 10 ounces. So we need to get it back up under the magnetite separator where it says dirt. Okay, this side, dirt. And then get another bucket to collect our gold. And then we can run and turn the water back on. I don't know, it might not have mattered, but I went ahead. I like to cut everything off to, again, conserve our fuel. I like to make sure everything's cut off. So there we go. We can dump this in here. It only takes 20. It only gives us 25%. So that means we can fit four. Oh, that means we can fit 4 buckets out of the mobile wash plant into the magnetite separator. So that's going to eventually be the goal. Let's go ahead and run the 1 bucket. And it runs pretty quick through here. There's that saving freeze again. But it runs pretty quick through here, so it doesn't waste any time at all. And you get one, almost get 1 full bucket. 97%. So we have almost 109 magnetite out of that. We can go ahead and stop it. And fill this one up. And start the wavetable. There we go. Let's see how many ounces we get out of that. This is, again, this is the first bucket out of our Tier 2 mobile wash plant. Let's see what it yields us. We're at 10% now. The wavetable doesn't take very long, but it is slower than the magnetite separator. We got 7.79 ounces of gold out of that. So yeah, definitely we have 28 ounces of gold in total. Definitely thankful for that big nugget separator. I was thinking about the magnetite separator. Definitely thankful for the big nugget system in the game. But again, let me know if you feel like I should have that turned off in the comment section below. And then if enough people want it cut off, I will definitely turn it off, because I know the ads takes away from the realism. So we're gonna go ahead and head into town, and we're gonna sell. So we don't have enough money to smelt all 28 ounces at once. So I'm curious to see how many ounces of gold we can sell with $185. I'm not gonna. A lot of people I've seen have sold just the gold nuggets, like at the blacksmith. You can sell the gold nuggets for 40% of the price of gold. I'm not gonna do that because I think that's throwing our money away. I just want to smelt one small gold bar at a time until we get all of it smelted. I think that's the way to go. Let me know in the comment section what you do when you're low on money. So, and I also want to go to the equipment store and look. Oh, there's another loading screen, and we'll have another loading freeze coming to the blacksmith. But let me know what you guys do on your mining operation, and where you're at as far as tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and if you've started over in a while. Because like I said, it's been a while since I've played this game, and I loaded in just to check it all out, and I had, you know, the big wash plant with the trauma and the shaker and all of that. But I wanted to start fresh because it's been so long since I've played this game. I wouldn't even know where to start with all of that. So definitely let me know what your mining operation looks like right now. But we're going to go to the equipment store and look. We need to get the mobile fuel tank. So we're going to run in here and just see how much it costs. Mobile fuel tank right here. So $4,000, just shy of $4,000. And then eventually we're going to need this trailer. That'll be a while though. The mini wash plant. I think this is a part of the mini machines DLC. I'm curious as to how this thing works. Let me know in the comment section what DLC. Oh, our gold bar is ready. But let me know in the comment section what DLC you would like to see. I know there's several out there. We're going to eventually get into them. I just wanted to start with the basics first. Okay, so. Oh. Turning radius isn't very good on this truck. So we've smelted down $185 worth of gold. I didn't really see how much gold we were able to smelt. Stop it here. get out and grab it. Let's see. So 1.6 ounces. That should bring us around, I don't know, $14,000. Excuse me, not $14,000. That should bring us around $1,400, $1,400. I don't know what I was thinking $14,000 for. Maybe smelting the whole 26 ounces down. We shall see. I do remember, for some reason, I remember it's close to $2,000 to smelt a full 20 ounce gold bar down. Sell gold bars for $2,000. I was pretty far off there. Maybe it's because we have good, the stock's not really that great right now, but we should have enough money to smelt at least 20 ounces down with the $2,000. So, and the 20 ounces is going to be the payout, the payday. So, we shall see. Alrighty, full 20 ounces. So $1,984 to smelt 20 ounces. And we're going to lose 2 ounces of gold. So we're going to end up getting an 18 ounce gold bar. See, I really am interested. We need to get magnetite to reduce how much gold we lose. But we can't do anything about it now, so let's go ahead and get our gold bar smelted. There we go. We have $50 left, so we're gonna wait on that to smelt. While we wait on that, I wanted to look and see how much it is to buy this, to use it. $20,000 to unlock this travel point. See, that'll eventually come in handy because we can just travel from our parcel to the blacksmith to actually smelt the gold. Now, eventually, I would like to have our tablet here at Old Arnold's parcel in our tent. There's a tablet in there. I'd like to unlock the bank, and I'd like to buy the equipment store so we can just buy and do all our buying and selling and stuff straight from our parcel and not have to come to town. But it's $10,000 for each little thing you want to buy. So that's definitely going to be later on down the road. I'm ready to get to the tier 3. So we have our, wrong button. Okay. So we have our tier, we're past tier 1 and we have our tier 2 fully set up. Next is the tier 3, which is the shaker, the trommel. That's the big wash plant, and that is going to be a lot of money. I mean, we're talking about $200,000. But I want to dump all of our money into getting our tier 3 wash plant. Because that's when the real money is going to be made, is expanding and getting that the big. But you know, with that, we're going to need the front end loader. It'd be helpful to have the dozer, and eventually get the dump truck. So that's going to be a lot. So we still have 2 minutes left here. But we're going to get there eventually. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. So that should be 1. And coming up on 2 right about now. There we go. Alrighty, so we have our 18 ounce gold bar. We have 6 ounces of gold left. We'll come back and get that all smelted. Because $50 isn't going to smelt 6 ounces of gold. So take another trip to the bank. Let's see how much we're going to get for this 18-ounce gold bar. Sells for $21,764, and the stock is pretty low right now, so we can definitely get some money off of it. Let's go ahead and sell. So $21,814. Just from the majority of this is from all of the big nuggets that we got while digging. So we would only have roughly 7 ounces of gold if we didn't have the big nugget system. You got to remember that. And again, that's just going to help us progress so much faster and help me not get burnt out. Because again, I'm playing this game in getting prepared for Gold Mining Simulator 2. I'm really excited on Gold Mining Simulator 2. I was very surprised when they announced that it was going to come out. So, very, very surprised. Where am I going? I don't have the gold bar yet. I was fixing to go to the bank and sell that last little bit of gold, but I don't have it yet. You can tell it's been a long day for me. Pull it back in here. Cut this off. Haven't looked up under the hood. Okay, so we can... There's no underpan. We can just see the ground. That's nice. Don't see... Okay, it does kind of hook up to the truck there. We're able to take our battery out. Hopefully we won't have any issues. The fuel filter... Hopefully we won't have any issues. Okay. There's our last gold bar here. 5.5 ounces. So we've probably lost around 4 ounces of gold just smelting everything down. We lost 2 for the full 20 ounces. We lost about a half an ounce for the first little gold bar we did. And we lost just about 1 ounce here. So almost 3 ounces, almost 4 ounces of gold. Cut our truck off, just smelting. Sell gold bars, $6,700 sale. So with our first tier 2 operation, we have $27,947. The first thing we're going to do when we come back for episode 4 is get the fuel tank, get it fueled up, and keep going. So off camera, I am probably going to go ahead and excavate some more, just for faster progression in the videos. Again, I'm going to go ahead and excavate some more. If you like my content, if you like this video, go down, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see and what I can do to better entertain you. Without further ado, thank you guys, and we will see you next time.